Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the Grow Program. Thank you for growing with me on today. It used to didn't bother me one bit, anxiety, but now it just want to seem to kick in. And I never did let anxiety take over me. I'm gonna tell you what happened to me one time, honey. I was driving the bus. I was driving that bus down the road. I had just picked up a passenger. This when I was driving Metro. I picked up a passenger. I pulled back out on the road. And as I'm going down the road, all of a sudden, I just had the overwhelming feeling that something is wrong. Something's getting ready to happen. Look out. You need to call home. And I couldn't stop. You can't pull the bus over, go call on the telephone, get fired for that. So I had to keep driving all the way down to downtown. I had to get all the way downtown. And when I got there, I ran. I parked the bus and ran off the bus because it was like miles. I had to deal with this miles of going down the road thinking something wrong. I'm all of a sudden, my God, something happened. But when I got down there, ran and grabbed the telephone, I called home and asked, how was the baby? Was everything all right? And they told me the baby fine, everybody fine. We all doing fine. And what's wrong with you? So look, anxiety will take over you. If you let anxiety take over you, so see now what bothers me is that I'm in here in the lighthouse. I'm in here in the lighthouse and all around me is noise. It could happen at any moment. They can start mowing. They can start slamming doors, hollering, screaming, just anything. So when I'm in the lighthouse, it kind of bothers me, recording in here because you hear everything. You hear stuff all around. I mean, you hear their TV. I don't even need a TV. If I want to hear a TV show, just lay down and listen to what they listening to. Y'all can imagine what's going on. I don't need a TV, but thank God I'm used to falling asleep to the TV. It don't bother me. I can leave and get away from the noise, but I realize it's gonna be noise. It's always you gonna go out there to noise. The insect's gonna make noise. So I rather deal with the noise that's inside the lighthouse or on the outside of the lighthouse because I can kind of keep these kids down. I can deal with the noise that's on the outside of the lighthouse. Trying to come in. Banging. All around different things. People looking. You know how people like to look at you when you go outside, just stand there and look. Some folks just stand there and look at you. Just go outside, just stand outside, just stand there. I'm telling you, but you can't let people, take you there. You can't let what other folks do bother you. You got to rise over that too. You got to turn for a better way because see, they'll try to take you there. They'll do something deliberately, just even a look nowadays. See, now they got the mask on, but now a look, just look at you. Look, I'm telling you something. Go forth with a smile, honey. I'm telling you, a smile. Use the sunshine in your heart. Turn it around. Let your heart, let the sunshine in your heart shine through. That's what Maurice White was telling us, and he was right. I got it right. And that's what he was telling us. Just keep on going forth in love. I'm telling you, we got to rise above. It's time. Look, I was thinking on, God gave me, some wisdom today, as the Lord has been doing each and every day. I look to the Lord. I don't look to the hills. I don't look to the foolishness. I don't run and call nobody. What we talk about is what they doing, the bills that's being voted on and stuff. I ain't got time to hear about the soap opera, different stuff. Ain't no time for that, honey. Do you know the oppression that's going on right now under the sun? I can sit and look. I already know. See, going to look and find out what I need to look at. The oppression finds me. I'm not even looking for oppression. I ain't looking up child abuse and different stuff going on. I know that's happening. It's time to grow on in God. It's time to turn from that. Look, it's time to change ways. It's time to change hearts and minds to grow. So my mind will be on that, and I'll be stuck so like a ship and lost in uncharted waters, focusing in on the oppression, which leads to depression. That's what that stuff do, make you sad. Just take you there. Just keep on making you sad every day. You watch something, oh, there it go. You done left again. I'm telling you something. Don't let that, change your pace. Let the smile show on your face. Get up. It's time to grow in God's race. Here we grow. So look, God God showed me, what he left me, what God left me is what I'm worth. Gold. I'm worth gold. I'm worth pure gold. That's what God left in those African caves. That's where life began. Is where Africa is Africa. That's where the oppression came in looking for gold. I'm gonna tell you something. That's where times change. That's where people begin to change. The love, it just took over. The hate, I'm telling you, came in. The oppression began. It came after gold. What people do for money, it used to make me cry, but now it makes me grow. So look, I'm gonna tell you something. This gold, this precious gold is so precious. And we after it, honey. I'm gonna tell you something. You better look at your heart. Because you can't buy your way in. You can't pay your way in. It's time to change. It's time to change your ways. It's time to turn for a new way. It's a new world today. I love my gold too. That's why it's in the pawn shop. I love it. I do. I'm going back to get it. It's in the pawn shop because see, ministry is about the people. It's about giving to the people. So mine in the pawn shop from giving it to the people. So look, I'm going to go back and get my gold. I am. But look. I'm lifting. I'm lifting wherever I can. We got a new growth school that's getting ready to open up in Kenya. To get these street children off the street. God is moving. We are growing. I'm telling you, I'm sowing everything. Everything I have goes into growth. Just like anything you try to grow that you love, you're going to put your all into it. So I put my all into it. I truly do. I put everything I have into God and grow and will grow for the rest of my life. I shall grow in God, no matter what the spiritual warfare may think, no matter what it may do, no matter what it may try to do. I'm growing up in God. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. God showed me that. Evil can only do what you allow it to. Don't allow evil in. That's it. The voice is gonna come. They're gonna say bad things. Well, you ought to go do this. You should go do that. Go. The voice is gonna come in. But look, you're gonna have to drive the evil out. Make the world great. One by one till evil and hate are done. Two by two, God and you to get the breakthrough. Now we down here chasing after this gold. We down here running out after soul. Just to have But let me show you something. What you got don't mean nothing. You ain't taking it with you. And whoever you leave it to, they ain't taking it with them. And whoever they leave it to, they ain't taking it with them. I'm going to tell you something. What you need to do is begin to live, begin to sow, begin to grow. Because if you truly love God, God is love. If you truly love God like you say you do, it's time to sow that love. It's time to grow that love all around you. You see what needs to be done. You see what we need to do about this earth and how to make this earth a difference. Because look, now you heard the word. The word of God is love. The word ain't Thunderbird. It ain't what you heard. It ain't Keystone. It ain't none of that. It ain't Miller's. It ain't Budweiser. It ain't none. It ain't being in the club, country club. It ain't none of that. It's time to rise. It's time to sow. Take them little $2, $3 you been go spend it on that. To get you doing some stinking thinking. Go take it and put it in with your grandkids, your kids. Put it in somewhere where you see, you can be a help. To lift someone, to make a difference, to change the world, to be the change that lift us all to the world, that lift us all in God. Because God gave us the word. Now we down here under oppression, all this depression, all going around us, all up in us. Depression, oppression, all everywhere. Until woe is you and then there go you. You gone on up out of here. Or down ground zero with no hero. I'm tell you something to the oppressors. You may think you getting away with oppressing someone and what you're doing, but honey, your clown show don't mean nothing to God. Whatever you think you getting, you ain't getting over, you ain't getting nothing because it ain't gonna get you in. It ain't gonna get you into the kingdom, eternal life. You may think it's jumping back in, jumping back out. He gonna forgive. Maybe, I'm a duck and dodge. I'm a hide down in the pew, but God knows you. It's time to rise up. I'm telling you. It's time for change. Change starts with you. You know what you need to do. Don't nobody need to sit and listen to your story. I'm telling you, use my life as a testimony. Whatever you want to know, honey, I'll tell you. I tell you what happened. I tell you all how. See, they already put it all in the news. See, but I ain't had no news station back then. to put it on. I got a news station now. I got the broadcast on the podcast, and then we growing on Grow Book. And I get so excited. And then this dang phone get to acting up. But yeah, I just keep growing in God. I got to. Ain't nothing else to do. Just keep rising up. Keep linking up, locking up. There you go. Keep rising up. Don't fall. I'm gonna keep you lifted. I'm gonna keep you lifted each and every day as we grow for a better way. I got to. So look. As I was telling you, y'all called, and so we can't let this anxiety get over us. We can't let anxiety take over. Anxiety will do that. That's the evil spiritual warfare, keep you in bondage. See, that's one thing they like to say. God's people find people find God in jail. But honey, God set people free of all kind of bondage. God release you right now, you released. God release you right now, you release. God release people from all type of bondage. Whether they still in bondage, I was in bondage, but honey, I was free. I was free. I knew the way. I knew the way then. I knew to keep growing on in God, and that's what I did, my friend. Some evil came my way in a form of a 6-foot weapon and a haunted house. That's what sidetracked me. But honey, I kept on holding on to the rod and the staff that comfort me by his spirit that is within me. Zechariah 4:6. I'm going to tell you something. You need to come up out of that. That he gonna forgive game. Jump in, jump out. You need to come up out of that. See, because God knows you. And you keep on doing wrong. The word says that we are servants of righteousness. It says so in Romans. We are servants of righteousness. So it's time to get growing on. It's time to rise up. Come on, you are royalty. God is within you by his spirit. God left you gold. You are as pure as the gold that the beloved mines of beloved Africa holds. I'm telling you, you are as pure as that gold, honey, as the beloved mines that Africa holds. That's what God left here for us, was gold. That's what the oppression came in. That's what they were seeking over there. They wanted gold. They came for gold. And then they saw a way to build up the world. Where these dark-skinned people gonna go? They can't go nowhere. They can't hide, duck, and die. Who gonna help them? So there it went. And then we had the African trade. The great big African trade that went on. All races critical. Don't back off. All races are critical. I ain't trying to hear that critical race theory stuff. All races are critical now. Get back. I understand how your son feel, but I got to tell the truth. I got to tell it like it is. Because, see, God will have no other way. I got to tell it like it is. They came over there looking for gold. Their ancestors did. But look, now we growing for a better way. So link up, lock up. Come on. Different skin. One love. One God who created us. I'm telling you. So now here we grow. We growing on in God. Some people left there a long time ago and went some different directions. And over the time that happened, they lighten up. That's how it happened. They lighten up. There it went. I'm telling you, that's how it is, honey. I know all, yet I know nothing. I know all, yet I know all or nothing. That's what it is. I know all, yet I know all or nothing. There you grow. It's time to sow. It's time to rise. You can wallow down in foolishness all you want to with this, that, and pick and choose. You can take this and take that out the word and apply it to some foolishness all you want to. You can sit there and say he gonna forgive me if I run over here and do this and come back and see what you know is God already watching you. Why you sit up and pray to God for good? Why you think God don't see you when you do bad? So now it's time to come out before you get had. Before you slip and fall for the setup that you won't set yourself up with, thinking you can fly. Yeah, you can fly, but in God, you can only fly so high. You can't try to fly higher than God. You ain't God, honey. By his spirit, yes, in righteousness. It says so in Romans. We are servants of righteousness. So God is departed from you. When you go and do evil, God ain't no part of that. So it's time to come from that. It's time to turn it around. Turn it around. It's a new day, a new world. We growing on in God. We ain't got time for foolishness. Don't you see the oppression going on? Don't you see the kids can't even go to school? Don't you see that somebody steady running up in the church? Don't you see can't nobody go and even have dinner? Don't you see can't nobody even go to the movie no more? I can't go sit no movie in peace. I'm steady looking around, see what? Oh, okay, they got popcorn. Oh, okay, they got candy. Everybody cool. We can't sit in no movie no more. Just watch the movie at home, and then that's cool and everything, but you want to be out among people. You want to see folks. Everybody don't want to be isolated all up in their house all the time. We want to be able to go to and fro like the evil do. But we want the good to outdo the evil. So if we want the good to outdo the evil, then we got to outdo the evil. We got to counteract on the evil. We got to rise up on the evil. Come on, evil. I'm telling you, but we can't deal evil with evil. That's like throwing gasoline on the fire. That's what evil wants. We got to throw love on that evil. Throw love on it. Drive that evil out. That's how you do it. Drive love, not hate, will make the world great. The firefighters don't go in there with no no fire hose. They go in there with a water hose. The hose down, all that water, trying to hose it down. Get the fire out. That's what I mean. Hose it down with all that water to get the fire out. So that's what we got to do. We got to have fire hoses of love. Love, not hate, will make the world great. Grab that God water hose with you and carry it in there to work. Next time he call you in there in his office, take that water hose in there with you. Hose him down with love. Just hosing down with love. That's what I'm saying. Love, not hate, will make the world great. You got to use love. Stuff happens. Life gonna happen. Stuff gonna happen to you. But look, it ain't gonna be nothing you do. You guided by God. You gonna be guided. You gonna be a servant of righteousness. You just turn it over to God. You just turn around. You don't just stop doing. You know what you did. No, you not. Wait, I know what they said, but you know what you did. So look, now it's time to turn it around. Forgive whoever, even if it's you. Just forgive so you can grow and get the breakthrough. Come on, turn around. Let's grow up in God. Let's rise up. You got the side. Take the rain that came in your life and grow. And then you sow. Sow for some more. What you sow, there you shall reap. Sow a great big harvest of love for God to keep. Because this is God's earth who gave it to us. And what are we doing to turn it into a great big ball of confusion? Great big ball of oppression everywhere you look. Oppression here, oppression there, oppression everywhere. The one face I love to look at Beyonce's face. And I hope and pray that the news don't ever try to tear that family down. I lift them up to God. Ain't nobody perfect. Ain't no perfect people. Ain't none of us people. None of us people are perfect. That's what I'm saying. None of us people are perfect. None of us. We are perfection in God. I'll tell you something. We got to lift each other up. I love to see her smiling face. Every time you see her, she got a smile on her face. And so let's be like that. A smile on your face. On your face, honey. Ain't it funny how the way you feel shows on your face? You try to hide, but it'll state your case. So look, let a smile show on your face. Let that sunshine from your heart light up the world. Come on now. Let's grow. It's time to turn it around. It's time to turn for a different way. Grab up, link up, lock up, rise over the anxiety. The anxiety is not over you, you over it. You can go do anything. I drove that bus. I didn't go running off that bus. I wanted to pull that bus over so bad. Say, here, y'all, one of y'all, okay, I'll tell you what. I'll call them in. They'll bring a bus driver. I got to go. Look, but I didn't do that because I knew that would have been my job. Whatever it was, God gave it to God. I had to. I had to give it to God so I can get that bus through. I had to get that bus down there. But I'm telling you something, honey, that was one of them days. That was one of them days I was whipping it. And I got it down there. And everybody got there safe and everything was good. God is good. We got to give it to God. Got to trust there ain't nothing you can do about it anyway. Whatever's going on. It may be something going on down, with the son, with the daughter, with anybody. But look, we got to, hey, hold up. Wait a minute. Let's put some God in it for real. God is grow and grow is God. Let me tell you about grow. Let me tell you about God. God is grow and grow is God. Let me tell you about grow. Let me tell you about God. God is grow and grow is God. I'm going to tell you about grow. I'm going to tell you about God. There it is, honey. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. Each and every day we growing in God for a better way. We going to do the godly thing, kings and queens. We are the keepers of the dream. We gonna keep on rolling on this soul train. We on this soul train. I see you, Atlanta. I love you. I love you, Atlanta. Keep on growing. You're beautiful too. Yo, and we're gonna keep on growing in God. We are gold, honey. We are gold. But don't let the gold have us. Yo, we have anything. We are over anything. Yo, and God is over us. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. I love you, kings and queens. Keep on keeping with the dream. Let's rise.